Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons: The Second Age. How are we all doing?
Great.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, without further ado, who wants to tell us the story of everything that happened the last time we played this game?
Well, we showed up at the wonderful and amazing crowded little shop of Odin Tarland,
Indeed.
where we heard rather angry conversation. And it got cut off because Elizabeth was calling out, and it turns out there was an elf there, a half-elf, who was associated with a previous party member who was investigating Mr. Tarland for being part of a sale of the black steel weapons. So that was a nice bit of drama. So we had a bit of an argument. We had a nice discussion trying to figure out exactly the details.
We had a bit of an argument.
Yeah.
We had a nice
We
discussion.
had a nice discussion. We stole a special key that would take us to the Astral Sea,
Wow.
where this broker would. Yeah, we stole it. That's totally what we did.
Yeah, surely.
He totally did not consent to giving us the key in any way.
Yeah.
So we went to this special middle ground in the Astral Sea, where we decided to brute force intelligence checks like idiots, rather than try and look for a discernible source or cancel it out in any way. Where we looked through this book to try and find the details of the sale, and also recover the staff that he was meant to have fixed for us. But we couldn't actually figure out how to read the book properly for all its hidden information, so we just cut the page out. And then we had to fight off some metallic armored spidery things. Then we brute forced more intelligence checks and got out just before a giant scorpion started chasing us.
Giant robo-scorpion.
A giant robo-scorpion, sorry. And then Odin Talon was like, "What the fuck? You killed the spider?" I was like, "Yeah, it's no big deal."
Definitely no big deal. We did
Yeah.
We were like,
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
And then we turned to half elf guy and we're like, "We've got your page, but I need to cast a spell." Back to Tarland. "Hey, dude, can you give us some stuff so I can inscribe us?" We had one final transaction. We agreed it's best we never see Tarland ever again. And then we left.
Also, never go back to that place.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we left because I was about to cast a spell.
Yes. And I believe basically the last point of order that we made was that you were all going to meet up again in the morning. The four of you and Llewellyn were going to meet up together so that Elizabeth could look at this page with your new spell that you've learned.
Yeah. Because obviously I need to prep it.
So, as basically the next day dawns over the city of Casport, you all awaken well rested and reconvene in the basically the meeting area of the inn that you've been staying in. And yeah, as the five of you are sort of gathered around this page, Elizabeth with your book open, what are you doing?
Yeah. Sorry, you said we've had a long rest. We met in the morning.
You've had a long rest. You are meeting up in the
Cool,
morning,
yeah,
yes. So you will have had time to attune to the staff and change your spells, etc.
Yes, of course, the staff. Which I should probably have a proper look at, but yeah, we can do that after the spell, because this is important as well.
I also realized, just double check, I don't think Grim ever got to talk about the dream he had from the session before that.
We did not talk about that.
No,
Yeah,
we
because
didn't.
it was so much action.
Yeah.
This is fine.
No one was expecting instant
Okay.
Talent action.
No.
Just
So-
making sure to
Yeah,
remember.
do you want to retroactively insert that for the day before, or are you happy to wait?
I guess might as well roll back to the evening.
Okay. So, rewind a short distance, and the four of you are in this tavern. Sort of after the day's excitement, the four of you are sort of resting and recovering, patching up your various injuries, and trying to perhaps forget some of the abnormal experiences that you had whilst off visiting other planes.
Or in some cases, not having a choice to forget.
Wow.
Yes. Well. So, I know we've had a busy day today, but there is one thing I should probably bring to our attention. Last night or morning, or well, during my sleep, I was contacted by the Cabal.
What?
Ooh, that's also an important question. Where in the tavern are we? Please tell us we're not having this conversation in the middle of the.
Well, where are you?
Well, I assume it was like either it's the tavern is very quiet and there's no one there, or we're like, I guess in one of our rooms, depending on how busy it is.
Well, yeah, actually, I suppose because you guys were staying at the more upper class one, which is not. It's more like a hotel than a tavern. So, there is probably an area that is less populated, or you can be in one of the rooms.
Well, actually, considering what I'm going to say, we should probably head to one of the rooms.
Yeah. So you gather everyone together, and then.
Yes. And I start, or I continue from where I left off. Well, the offer they made is one that, well, I think we'll all agree to decline initially. The first part of their offer was to safeguard the crown of scorpions, right?
The Scorpion Crown.
Scorpion
yes.
Crown, yeah.
Scorpion crown, that's it. Other way around.
Close enough.
I naturally declined.
Naturally.
Yes.
I assume you can agree on that. However,
Oh yeah.
there was a follow-up offer, which was maybe more intriguing. They're willing to set up a meeting in the Evernight. Or in
Why?
Evernight. In part to try and convince us to hand it over, the artifact, and perhaps, and I assume also in part to well, convince us that they might be on the right side, which, well, we'll leave that for now.
Could they really not have picked a better sort of neutral ground?
No, of course not.
Well,
They want us
we
to
can't
come to
really-
their place.
Well, we can't really examine their facilities whilst we're, well, somewhere else, can we?
I mean, it smells like a trap.
Oh, yeah.
Exhibit A. Exhibit B. Do we really want to go there?
Well,
Like,
as
in the first
for being in Evernight, we would have a contact that could guarantee our safety. However, that is, of course, also one of their contacts.
Yeah, see, that's like total bullshit.
The thing
I don't
is,
know, they clearly like us for whatever reason. Like, for some reason, I kind of
Sure,
trust
they like
that
us,
they're
but
not,
they-
that they're not going to kill us.
I don't think they're
I'm
going
more-
to kill
I'm
us,
more
but
concerned for all
trapping us
other
is
things.
more of a thing.
Well, even I don't know. I'm still more concerned of everything else in the Shadowfell and Evernight than them.
well, they do have a certain respect for us. I will admit that, like, this opportunity seems like, well, risky, if not just foolish. However, I should also probably mention that I think it might be a decent opportunity just to, well, if anything, get a better idea of their setup.
How are we even going to get there?
That was left to us because, well, we've made it. Well, at least you guys, some of you have made it to the Shadowfell before. I assume we can do that again somehow. But that was a problem left to us.
Sure, they left the, well, I was about to say the hardest part. It's actually the easiest part, considering it's the Shadowfell.
I think you were making a mistake to assume that anything about the Shadowfall will be easy, even for
Oh, no,
us.
I didn't, oh no, I wasn't saying it was easy. I was just saying that getting there is the easiest part.
Well,
Mm,
assuming
Still
we can.
fucking hard. It's just easier than everything else involved in being there. Or at least, you know, from what I've heard. I obviously can't speak from experience.
I don't think we should go.
mean,
I don't
feel-
think there's any benefit to us going at all.
I'd be,
But
I'd
every
be all-
downside.
I'd be all up for going if it was almost like anywhere else.
Well, see, one of the other things is we kind of already. I kind of forgot why, but we already considered going to Evernight to begin with.
Well, because you found out that's where their headquarters was located.
Oh, yeah, that was the reason.
Yeah,
but I don't think we're ready to go there now, is the thing.
I think I'd be
Yeah,
all
I
up for-
agree.
I'd be all
We
up
need-
for talking to them if it was a more neutral place. I don't want to go straight into their front door.
I don't think there's any reason to talk to them. Like, what are we gonna say? Like, die? I mean,
Stop that.
stop
Well-
being evil. It's bad.
Well, to some degree, despite well, they have significantly more resources, and I guess the real problem is just what we would want to trust with them and what we don't. Because of course, the crown is the biggest problem here. Because if we were to go, we would have to, well, deal with the crown somehow.
Right.
And if we leave it somewhere, they'll probably try go find it. If we take it with us, there's a chance that they'll try take it off us.
Oh, there's no chance. They will definitely try to take it off of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's
we're not-
absolutely why they want us there,
even
because they
if
know we have
decide
it.
to- yeah, even if we go to Evernight, we're not bringing the crown with us. That's probably even stupider than trying to hide it somewhere.
Yeah, but Grim has a
Just show
point.
up on their front door with the thing they're looking for.
Grim has a point, though, is that leaving it with anyone else would put them in danger.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why we
Yep.
should just be like, "I'm sorry, but we're not going to Evernight to talk
Yeah,
to
I
you."
agree.
We will
I think
talk
it's a
to
bad
you
deal around.
almost anywhere else. I'd rather talk to them on the elemental plane of air.
I just
Well-
don't see a benefit to talking to them anywhere at all.
Well, I don't think the biggest benefits comes in talking to them. We would be learning a lot about them. We'd be learning about their contacts. We'd be learning about their hideouts. They were
But
even willing.
would we though?
Well, they were willing to divulge some information about their security measures. Probably only partially, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do they want out of us for divulging that information?
well, the thing is that they're trying to convince us. They'll be trying to convince us that we can leave the crown with them.
LOL.
Yeah,
And- yeah.
to provide sort of like a thing for those who weren't there. The premise provided by the Supreme Witch was basically that the Scorpion Crown is not a safe artifact to have, but the safest place for it to be located is within their security because of the amount of resources that they have. Basically, they said, "You've got nowhere to keep it. We have. Maybe we can make a deal."
Yeah, no. There's absolutely no way in hell I would leave this crown with them.
Yeah, but I think the problem is we're well, unless something magical happens. Like, well, I say something magical that is more likely than not, I guess. But we would still be able to gain some insights. maybe not with the crown on us, but well, we would have to figure out what we want to do. But before people dismiss it completely, just mull it over for a bit. We don't have to make a decision today.
Oh no, don't worry. I definitely wasn't planning on making a decision today. I very much need to make a pros and cons list or something. Ooh, actually, that's a good idea.
I think I kind of just like look over at Arya with like this really concerned and like sort of expression.
Girl, I'm on your page.
Yeah. I mean, Elizabeth's actually going to pull out one of her pieces of paper and and a pen or a quill or whatever. She's actually going to start writing down stuff.
Okay. So you spend some time before you go to bed doing that. What is everyone else doing while they're getting ready for bed?
That's a point. Lyra's big now, so can she stay with us in this inn, or like, what happens with that?
Are they gonna say no?
Right?
See, there isn't a no pets rule in the hotel.
But
I think it's the case of whether I suppose as a group you can persuade that perhaps she is not quite as terrifying as she looks, and
Oh, she's as terrifying as she looks. She just wants to eat you.
that's
No,
not
it's
helping your
puppy
case.
It's puppy time.
God fucking damn it.
she is very well behaved and safe and is no danger to anybody here that isn't a danger to us.
Yep.
And yeah, perhaps if even if they're uncertain, you show that you can sort of look if we can pay for it, sort of thing.
Yeah. Just take our money and shut up, all right?
Yep.
What do you want us to do? Rent the entire hotel?
God.
I'll buy you out. No.
No.
We definitely have enough money to do that at this point.
Now we're going money crazy. It's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got better uses for that money.
Yeah.
Out of character, slightly unrelated question. Much like we had, can we actually have like the names in our the names of the Cabal members we know of in the list? Of
They
characters,
should be
NPCs?
there, should they not?
I can't see them.
Let's see.
NPCs, Cabal. Oh,
Yeah, I
yes,
don't-
they're
I
not
don't see
shared. Oh, yes, because they've got text in them. Let me shift that to GM.
Great. Lovely.
Yeah, just because I keep trying to
Ah.
mention their names, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I forgot again.
I should probably, because I don't think you guys have this name, or I can't remember if you have this name, but this is the name. Oh yeah.
Hang on, I need to look up how to spell this properly.
So with an SCH in there.
Yeah, SCH.
And no R?
Hang on.
What's the word?
Like that.
I don't know if it's.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh
okay,
wait,
it
no,
is-
there's no H in it, but
Oh, and there's no R. Well, I tried my best.
yeah. But yeah, it's a real word. It basically
Yeah.
means like some chief of court, basically.
Okay. Yeah, that's the name of that. Like, that's the, just so everyone knows, that's the name of the contact brought in every night to grant us safety.
Hmm.
There you go. You should now have Lycidius and Illyria and your list.
Yeah, I'm making a legit pros and cons list with this here.
But yeah, is there anything anybody else wants to do before they go to bed, or should we move on to the next morning?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That was the.
Cool. So, everyone gathered around the table. Elizabeth, you have your spellbook open.
I'm just going to straight up. I'm going to cast See Invisibility.
Okay, you cast See Invisibility. Let me check something real quick.
I can see into the ethereal plane.
Yes.
Ooh.
Invisible creatures and objects are invisible, and you can see into the ethereal plane. Ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent. Yeah. Okay, so you cast the spell, and for a moment it's like you get double vision.
Ugh.
And yeah, basically you notice that like as you view into the ethereal plane, it's like everything is like doubled slightly with a faint sort of waviness, in the same way that when you saw the page, there was a faint sort of like after image of it when you turned it. You now have that for everything, as you can see into the ethereal plane. And as you examine this page, you do notice that almost like it's a different. Have you ever worn the 2-color 3D glasses?
Yes.
And the bits that
Yeah.
look like they're further back?
Yes.
It looks like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, you see some some additional text on the page as opposed to the block that's in the middle that details the shipment. Oh yes, I should take back something I said previously when I described the text box for this. Basically, previously I said 8 crates black steel weapons in brackets unmarked. Technically, it should have been unlabeled because I realized unmarked implies something else.
Yeah.
Noted.
Essentially meaning that like what each of the weapons were was not labeled. So through viewing this in the ethereal plane, you see 2 additional sections. Well, actually, technically, you see 3 additional sections. The first being the cellar, which Elizabeth, what languages do you speak again?
I speak Common, Primordial, Auran, Elvish, and Gnomish.
Okay.
Gnomish and I do speak Draconic as well. Why is that not listed? Oh no, it is Infernal and Draconic as well.
Okay. That's fine. So you notice that the first half of this entry, basically it has the word that says like cellar at the top, but the word cellar is in Elvish.
Cool.
And you see the following name. Yasnira Hylis.
Again, Elizabeth reads out loud because that's what she does, especially when reading stuff that's of pertinent information to the party.
The bottom section, you notice details payment information, and does indeed have the recipient as Lycidius Zorander.
Yep.
The payment information is interesting, as I think previously it was 150 platinum pieces was what Odeban mentioned to you. The actual payment information details 150 platinum pieces plus trinket.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Elizabeth, your passive perception is 17?
18.
18. You notice something that on the top section where it details the cellar, Yasnira Hylis, there is some script. It is written in Elvish, but it is gibberish. Allow
Some
me
sort of
to...
code?
There you go.
Oh.
Hello, Elvish script.
So, due to your education and upbringing, can you give me an intelligence check?
I can indeed. Just straight intelligence.
Yes.
Sorry, but I can only provide gay intelligence.
Wow.
Also, that's really bad.
So, you look at this gibberish Elvish text, and it obviously isn't meant to be read in Elvish. You have your suspicions that it may be some sort of cipher.
Yeah. So that much probably doesn't read out loud because she can't read it out loud.
Yeah.
But she spends ages looking at it dead confused and goes, also, there's a random bit of gibberish at the top of the page. I say gibberish, it's some sort of code, but I've no idea what code it is. But it is encoded in some way.
Oh. In that case, they sure were careful.
Still written in Elvish, along with most of it.
Am I here for this? I
Yes.
guess not, probably.
But
Yeah. Okay.
currently,
Yeah.
you aren't able to see it because only Elizabeth can see it because she has see
Yeah.
invisibility.
Can I see it? Is there a way for me to see it?
Copy it down.
Elizabeth could write it out on
Uh,
a piece of paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'll... But yeah,
I mean, Elvish is. It's not my native language, but it's one of my native languages.
Yeah, well, yeah, I might as well... Now that you've said that, that's a good idea. I
Okay.
will now get one of my other pieces of paper and do an exact copy of the full page, like the ghost page and regular page together.
Okay, so yeah, you make a copy of the page. Are you trying to make a perfect copy or just a passable, like rereadable without casting the spell again?
I guess not exact. Like she's not trying to mimic handwriting and
Okay.
like, specific details or anything. Yeah, just a readable.
Yeah, then there's
Copy.
no check to be made if you're just
Yeah.
copying it out. Yeah, you can do that with no
Yeah, no,
trouble.
I'm not trying to forge it.
So yeah, you basically copy it out, and the rest of you see this thing now. Yeah, again, those of you who speak Elvish, they are, and actually probably, I think Nomish script uses Elvish runes. I can't remember.
No, Nomish
Elvish?
uses Dwarvish.
It's Dwarvish
Yeah,
runes, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
Nomish uses Dwarven script.
Oh, it's Sylvan uses the same script as Elvish.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Um,
I can't imagine Dwarvish and Elvish being similar.
I just couldn't remember if Nomish copied Dwarvish or Elvish script.
Fair enough.
Yeah, to anyone who understands Sylvan or Elvish, it's gibberish. It's not even like it's written as words. It's just random letters. But the letters follow in like patterns of words, which goes along with Elizabeth's suggestion that perhaps this is a cipher.
I don't suppose the name rings any bells to anybody here.
I mean,
Does it?
Yeah. Does the name
It's
use
near
Nero
a-
Hylis ring bells?
Yes, Nero Hylis. It's not a name any of you have heard before.
Well, there might
Is it a name our half-elf friend knows?
should probably find out.
So,
Yeah.
So at this point, Elizabeth's just sort of looking at him for like some sort of response. Like, there you go. That's
yeah,
what it says.
Thorn sort of strokes his chin and says, Hylas. Possibly. If I've done my research correctly, Hylas is, I believe, Drow. At least it shares its origins with Drow naming conventions. It's not Elvish, that's for sure.
By the way, if you want to keep that copied page, that's yours.
Thank you. I would very much appreciate that. Hasn't
Maybe
really got me any further in what I was hoping, but if this is indeed a cipher of some kind, perhaps maybe this is more information. I mean, if they cared enough about what they wrote to encode it in some way, it must be important.
Yeah, if I was gonna go around encoding shit, I wouldn't be encoding my breakfast order.
I wonder if perhaps this exchange wasn't just a weapons trade, it was perhaps an offset of information. Seems a curious way of doing it, but perhaps if they had no means of communication other than this. Yes, the trinket intrigues me as well. Perhaps it was... obviously had some sort of importance to be included in part of this exchange.
Just to double check, so Seneschal paid Yasnira with the money and the trinket, right?
No, Lycidius did.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lycidius.
yeah, Lycidius is born, and Seneschal is the contact you just told us.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, but yeah,
no,
it was
Lycidius.
just double checking the direction of the
Lycidius
exchange.
paid this person for the weapons with money and a trinket.
And this text was found where exactly on the payment or the
Up by the seller's name.
Yes,
The seller's name.
in the same handwriting as the seller's name. And in the same language. Or same typeset.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah. It was written by the seller.
Yeah.
Right.
With this in mind, Elizabeth, it makes you doubly curious because Undercommon, which is the language of the Underdark, shares some similarities with Elvish, but uses a completely different, far more archaic form of like alphabet. Basically, it doesn't even use the same sort of alphabet as modern Elvish. Which makes the decision to write it in Elvish doubly curious.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I mean, Elizabeth's more than happy to just sit and spend as long as it takes to decrypt this.
Okay. So I will tell you.
It's a question of what everyone else is willing to sit through.
This is a real cipher. You can decrypt it yourselves.
Oh god.
I'd be up for
But if you want to make skill checks, then I will give you clues.
I'm up for decrypting shit.
Oh, we can give it a go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm shit at this stuff, but
Like the worst thing that can happen is that we fail.
it's true.
Yeah.
So
Right,
we'll have to
that's
find
happened.
someone else to do it for us.
Buried in my brain somewhere is pretty decent knowledge of Caesar ciphers, at least.
Okay, so to start us off then, Elizabeth, why don't you make me an intelligence check? No, sorry, an investigation check.
Ah, I was gonna say yeah. Cool. Oh my god.
Okay, so after a short while of investigating this, this is a substitution cipher. So essentially, each one of these Elven letters corresponds to something in a different language. So, like, you exchange the Elven symbols with a letter from another language. For your sake, I have written it in English.
Cool.
But that may not be what it is written in character.
That's fair.
So yeah, with this, with some experience of doing these sort of simple puzzles, you know it's often the easiest way to decrypt it is to search for recurring symbols, recurring combinations of symbols, and comparing those to commonly used words.
Well, it's probably going to take a few tries, but do see some things that have potential. Although I guess there are some things that I'm like, is this one character or is this two characters?
You can pop it out and make it larger, by the way. Slightly
No,
larger.
for example, first one, third line. Is that like two separate things or is it one?
That looks like one character.
Because they don't touch.
No, it is not two. It is not one character.
Oh right.
Good to know. Oh yeah, because I can see that. Yeah, okay, I can see it over there as well. Wait. So we have to do this to English, right?
Common.
Or
Well,
common?
for your sakes, the script that I have provided you with is in English. It doesn't
Okay.
necessarily translate to common in
Oh
game.
no, but like for us doing it, that would be
Yeah.
convenient.
Yes,
Yeah.
it will translate into English. Because otherwise this would be almost impossible.
Yeah.
Well, it would.
It would take a lot.
Would take the whole
well.
session.
So I don't know how you guys want to do this, but like I definitely say that like the single letter, the repeated single letter is probably an A,
Probably.
Yeah.
which would most likely.
Which also means that that third line you pointed out is a word starting with A, because that looks like that.
Yeah,
looks
but
the same
it's like,
symbol.
but I could be an at. What
Yeah.
else could be? Yeah, well, probably more stuff, but
Probably more stuff, but we just don't know it.
I mean, the set of 3 that appears the most often is probably the.
that's also what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I see which one you mean.
So let's. How we
Yeah,
going
these
to
kind of
go
ciphers are
about
all about
this?
just making assumptions to try and find trial and error, basically.
Well, you can make investigation checks and I will give you letters. I will
I'm
be
like-
your very own
Okay.
Carol Vorderman.
I'm trying to
See-
type it out to some degree.
Yeah, literally just the fact that it's a different alphabet / script is making it harder.
I mean, we can make an investigation check and we could help you.
Yes.
And then Rob could give us a hint.
I will say that is probably the fastest way that you're going to get through this.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it is just going to
Yeah.
be bashing away until you get it. So I would recommend trying to make some checks. Or if you have spells or anything else.
Oh wait, yeah. Don't you just have comprehend languages? But I don't know if that works against with
It's
scripts.
not a language.
Ah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably doesn't help. For
It's a
second.
code. It's not a
Yeah.
language.
Well, code is
Specifically,
still a language. It's your
This
own
spell-
language. But
this
yeah,
spell
I see
doesn't
what you.
decode secret messages in a text or a
It's
glyph,
fine.
such as written in Arcane Sigil, isn't part of a written language.
Yeah.
So it specifically doesn't automatically decode things for you.
Otherwise that would be the most overpowered spell in D&D.
Yeah, because it's first level.
It's fine.
It's first level and a ritual. You could just cast that willy-nilly.
Yeah. Let's try.
So, does Elizabeth want to make a check, and one of us wants to help her?
Because I made a check.
Well, but can we have like advantage if we help?
Yeah.
Her.
Well, so the number of checks you make will just dictate how long this takes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you can make an infinite number of checks. It will just
Well,
I-
I guess a good start would be just confirm what we think, right?
yeah. You
Uh,
can ask
I
me
mean-
a question and then
Yeah.
And then roll
can
based
the
on that.
same. I was gonna say, can the same person just keep making the check?
You have the best investigation, so it makes sense for you to
Yeah.
keep making them.
Well, this is my
Yeah.
point. Like, is Ferrous gonna let me just keep rolling every single investigation?
Well,
check, or
otherwise-
is he
like,
gonna require
otherwise-
other people to help by contributing investigation checks?
Like, otherwise, I might as well make some if that's an issue. But like, it's not gonna. Mine's not that much worse.
No, I mean, you can. Again, it's the simple thing of if Elizabeth makes another check, you're adding like another hour to the time that it's taking you to do this or whatever.
So if
So
you make no checks and we do it like in 10 hours, that would.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, I don't think he'd allow that.
So, yeah, basically, put it this way. So, if Elizabeth has made one check, if you all make one check and then solve it based on that information, it will have taken you an hour.
I see.
So
if
we
El-
all have to make. A
If
check.
Elizabeth makes 20 checks,
Ah.
it takes you a day.
I see.
So,
Okay.
okay, so one per person per hour.
Or
Okay.
you can assist once to give advantage rather than rolling yourself, which might be more beneficial for Arya and Kelariis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather do that because my investigation is
same.
literally 0.
Okay, so
Yup. Fucking high five, Arya.
Hell yeah.
if Elizabeth
Hell yeah.
and Grim want to roll checks with advantage, I will. You can. I will prefix this that I will either, on a successful check, I will give you a letter, or you can ask me a question about a word, and I will tell you right or wrong.
Well, I guess we should probably start with the 3-letter one for D, because that would be giving us 3 letters.
Yeah. If it's
Um,
right.
But if it's not, then we know that somehow those, like, it's not that, like, we also learned something about those characters anyway, but
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's either the really long, we either get really lucky, quote unquote, and we figured that out very, like, 3 letters out very quickly, or we've just started the very long process of elimination for figuring
Yeah.
out all
Yeah.
of the letters.
Also, yeah, how many other 3-letter words could it be? It's not
Just
like they're
seven.
writing. It's not like they're writing tar every single line.
No.
Ta!
well, but and
I don't know. They could be excessively
And-
but
English.
and would no, that would require.
I don't
one.
mean that kind of tar. I mean tars in, like, black tar.
Well, red. I
I
don't
don't mean
know.
tar
There's
as in,
so
like
many.
ta-tar.
So
No.
Red
Even then, that's only
butt
TA. That's only 2 letters.
everybody get into this Google Doc.
Oh yeah, I
no.
already.
Oh
already-
god.
Ah. That's probably the easiest way to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, I just had this in a text document.
Oh, that doesn't. Yeah. Okay. So
Oh, here. I think I copied this over correctly. It's all X's if you want me to just copy.
yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
That would be a good
I
start.
don't know if it's right, but oh, that does not space as nicely on Google Docs, but whatever.
Yeah, it looks roughly correct.
I may have fucked up and missed a word or two, but I'm
Yeah.
sure that by the process of elimination and deduction, we
Yeah,
can
we'll
figure it out.
we'll work
yeah.
it out. So okay, so what's your first guess or question?
Well, I guess I'll try and be like, what's it? That 3. Oh, 'cause I'm assuming the 3-letter word everyone's referring to is the, like, 3rd line, 2nd word.
First line. Wait, first line. Say wait, which
No,
third
third
line?
line,
Second.
second
Oh,
Third line,
third,
second
yeah,
word.
third line.
Yeah.
That repeating 3-letter word.
J
That
and
does-
Wiggly line 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no,
J-
it's like symbols all over
Yeah.
again.
Oh no!
J and Wiggly. J
if
and with
I'd
Wiggly
say
line
that, but-
2.
That is a likely one.
Yeah,
F
okay.
F with a
Like it's either that or maybe one might be 4. No, I mean, I would say that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. It could be 4, but I'm gonna ask. is that particular 3-letter word the?
Give me an investigation check with advantage.
Boom.
Okay.
Oof.
Nice.
I thought of something funnier than 24.
25!
Oh my god.
Wait, so
So you were asking if it's the.
Yes.
After some consideration of the text and basically like looking at the way it's spaced with other letters, you think no, it isn't the.
Cool.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So that's good. We now know that J is not a T,
oh,
N squiggly line is not an H, and 2 is
no,
not an E.
that's not what we know because it could still be. Well,
yes.
it could be the same letters jumbled up. Not that
yeah.
would be logical, but
Te. Yeah, it's actually
That
the word
seems
te. as in,
like it'd be way too
TEH.
hard.
no, but like as more as in we don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
what it like. We can't confirm that it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
With
specific
a
letter.
24, I will give you the additional information. It is likely you.
You.
Oh, okay.
You. So there you
Okay,
go.
so
It's
every
true.
instance of that
Oh, yeah.
that thing.
There
So
you
in the
go.
second line,
So there you go.
there's another U.
Just remember, J is
Yeah.
the J is a
Fair.
Y.
A Y. There's
N
actually
squiggly
2
line
in
is
the
an
second
O.
line.
So yeah, start filling all of these out.
I guess
Yeah,
like,
there's-
I guess we should have known because like there would be more T's in this text than just in those 3
That's
letters.
true.
Look, we're doing our best.
But hey.
Look, we're not Einstein, right?
This...
So we also know that the weird U
Cool.
is an O.
Yeah, which is
N
really
squiggly
good.
line is an O, and that little
Carrot
J-
thing.
Yeah, and then
The
the
carrot
number
thing
2,
is a
number 2 is a U.
Yeah.
Well, actually, yeah.
I mean, if you're going to do that, at least include.
So is this second 3-letter word, or is the first 3-letter word here then in the second line 1? Because this is a zero, O right there.
Yes.
Are you fucking making Mini?
What?
Is that Mini or is that?
No, that's me.
Oh, okay. I can't.
I'm
I
giving it-
can't
I'm
tell
giving it-
because we're
I'm
all
making
just
a proper
anonymous
key.
bullshit.
Yeah, I'm just making a random key.
Okay.
I'm logged in. Why am I anonymous?
I mean, that's what it is by default until
Yeah.
you unless you're added specifically to a document. I think.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah, possibly.
It's-
Here we
Thanks,
go, you.
Google.
And then
Where did
U
I-
is
Not there. It's like I had this image enlarged somewhere, then I lost it. There we go.
I just typoed that and accidentally wrote 2 with gay, not 2 with gap.
Wow. Okay. So this one.
There's a lot of O's.
Yeah,
Also,
and
yeah,
then
I know.
And then, Minnie, I'd ask if that little 1-letter word that's at the front of 3 of the sentences is an A.
Yeah, let's do that
Probably.
because
Well,
I feel like-
actually,
or maybe
I wonder if that's an I.
oh that could also be.
It might be I, actually.
Actually, yeah, it probably is more likely to be
Well,
I because obviously it's
No,
it's
but
the first letter of
just
the.
to give you an idea, because what 2-letter word would you put in front of U that starts with an I?
What 2-letter
If?
word would you put in start of? Yeah,
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
yeah,
And
and
what-
also
Because
what
it doesn't-
2-letter
That was
word
an
that
A.
starts with an A would you put in front of U?
Yeah, like because also
that's
I think those
little bit.
circles are the ends of sentences, like at the end of words. So like to start a sentence with something that's
Yeah, for those of you who speak Elvish, those are full stops.
Okay.
okay. Well,
Yeah, like to start with A would be a little weird. I guess
yeah,
we
that
should
might be
check
messed up.
how does it appear often in the middle of words? Because if it's an A, it's more like it should be more of them, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I think it's I think it's I, and then there's an F. Yeah, if you, because and then that would be fine. Probably.
it's the same.
So that would be this is. I wish there was an easier way to do this,
Oh, this is good.
but because what I think, because if that were the case, that then we go like fourth sentence. What is it? Fourth word would probably be something along the lines of find, because fi.
Hmm.
Would that make sense if that was an N and that was a D?
Find with a D or find with an E?
D.
Mm.
Or well, I guess that would. There's still a lot of options.
I mean,
I guess
think
there's
if we-
still too many
if
options.
we ask for this word, the one here, that will give us 2 letters, and
Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
like
let's
the
ask
next one
for
we
if.
ask.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is
you
it
wanna
if you?
Is it if?
Our
Make a
survey
roll with
says-
advantage.
I haven't actually opened the character sheet yet.
I feel like every time this you'd
There
be
we
saying,
go.
our survey says.
Oh, it was advantage. One more click. Investigation. Wow.
Oof,
If
nice.
if seems very likely.
Okay.
I somehow
Nice.
rolled even better.
There you go. So that means that
Not the right line.
backwards C is I. And backwards J is F. Perfect.
I just want to point out at this point the Google Doc looks like a really weird love text.
I know, there's a bunch of X's and O's.
Love you.
Yeah, like especially here where you've got XOX.
Yeah.
Okay, so
XOX Gossip Girl.
Yeah, either that or it's a dead awoo. One of the two.
I was gonna say, it also kind of looks like... This one is literally a dead face in the second line.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
got
Well,
a couple
that's-
like that.
Yeah, well that's the same as that one. We've got a couple of dead faces. And that this is the dead face in a long line of gouged out eyes.
Wow.
Wow.
I feel like there would have been better things to say or compare
Yeah,
it with.
but I wanted to say that, so yeah.
Wait, just kidding.
Actually, maybe we should not capitalize the I's, because otherwise no, actually, it'll be fine as long as we capitalize the L's.
Yeah, like we're
Yeah,
capitalizing
if we do
every
it all in
letter.
caps-
Capital I does
Sorry.
not like capital L.
I caps the letters because it stands out more from the lowercase.
Yeah, I
X's than
agree.
it
No,
does
yeah,
Yes.
that's totally
to
fair.
know the actual words.
Let's just
but
hope there
we
isn't
could switch it up.
let's just hope there isn't an actual X in here, or at the very least we find it really late.
Well, I mean, the likelihood of there being an X is lower compared to a lot of other letters.
No, yeah,
so
obviously.
I think it would probably be. A
So do we
later
think
one.
this word has a T at the end, like find out?
Probably?
Ooh,
Oh yeah, especially if this
yeah.
is find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see the problem. Wait, which one?
Hmm.
Do they have
This one?
Oh no, that won't work. Maybe, yeah.
I mean, I can't
No,
imagine
but,
what else that
there's
would
one problem. They're the same letter. This
Are they?
fint. It would be fint out.
No, they're backwards.
Oh, are they backwards? Oh, they
Yeah.
are. Wow. Who knew?
I
Who
mean-
knew?
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're not quite the same letter because one of them, yeah, because the one on the, what we're presuming is out, doesn't connect and curls to the left, whereas the one on find does connect and then curls to the right more harshly.
Well, we can go for it.
Also,
Well, we don't. I guess we don't have to ask every single letter.
also that being a T would make a lot of sense because that would make this 2.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
not many.
It wouldn't make sense.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that's probably a T.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty good guess.
So I guess yeah, it is.
But do we actually want to spend a question on it? Because I don't think there's a single letter we can come up with that it could be otherwise.
No, I think we're pretty safe in saying that's a T.
Yeah.
Yeah, should we just say it's a T?
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
think.
gonna
If
go
it turns out to not be a T, we're fine.
Look,
just
and we
have to go
didn't
back
hear
and
we didn't hear a
Slap it
face plant
backwards.
from Rob, so we're good.
I mean, he's pretty good at hiding that, to be fair,
Yeah.
in a lot of cases.
Well,
So I don't know
like,
how to describe this as a symbol. Actually, it looks kind of like a flame. So we'll say it's a single line flame.
I would have said like 6 whose top got drunk,
Wow.
fell over the other way.
No,
Thank
the other
God we're not
symbol is-
defusing a bomb.
Yeah. Yeah. First of all, it's like a flame drawn with a single line, and second of
Well-
all, the other symbol that we're presuming is a D kind of looks like a D. It's a D with curly hair. Or a D with a ponytail, depending on how you want to look at it. Oh yeah, it's like a D with a Zuko ponytail.
Wow.
Okay, well let's start entering these T's, shall we?
Yeah, pop in the T's.
The one with the little gap, right?
Yeah, the one with
Yeah.
the gap.
There's nothing worse than starting to enter the wrong stuff.
I know.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you have to go and fix everything.
So at the end
But
of
it's also
Well,
like what if
Perhaps
someone
at
else-
the end of your T you should put a question mark in case it's wrong.
I'm-
In that sense.
I'm almost
okay.
100% sure
single
that
line flame.
Yeah, it's really hard to.
there's
think of
no other
another
word that starts
would
with
fit.
O and U.
Well, there are, but it wouldn't make sense if they're the same symbols. Like,
It could
could
be
be
French
hour.
for egg.
For
Get outta here.
egg.
Fuck
Oof.
off. You
But it could be,
specifically
like,
said it
the
translates to
hour
English, so it can't be
with an
French
R
for egg.
at the
Fuck
end.
you.
but like that wouldn't make any fucking sense for this one down here. So.
No.
I also don't
well-
think that's how you spell egg in French.
Also, we have to
No,
remember
it's
there
not.
might be names in there. There potentially, so
True.
names don't make
True.
sense.
That's also true.
But also, like, how many 3-letter names could there be?
A lot.
Although, yeah, I say that knowing full well that one of the characters I've created has a 2-letter name. So
Oh, okay. So, what do we think about like top row? This and the like on the left and the right of the big word
Oh yeah.
So where are you?
It's in the
at the top.
so
because-
this
Oh yeah.
and then the
So you're suggesting? Okay, yeah. So the U is actually an E, and the demonic Y is actually in fact an E.
demonic
What
one.
demonic Y?
Well, let's see what that
Angly
makes.
Y. Pointy Y.
Oh, that would also work out with. Wait, would that work out? Before we go, continue. Let's check the other if it makes sense with the rest of our stuff.
Yeah.
I guess
would
we
say
don't
if
really have
ask
anything
for
else.
if we ask for confirmation, I would do this just because. Well, actually, no. I would do the because that gives us an E, which is typically a really common letter.
Yeah, it gives us a vowel.
So, which
Vowel, please, Carol.
I'll take a vowel.
Wow.
Yeah, and I guess like spending an extra hour is not that
Yeah.
awful.
We'd
Yeah.
like to buy a vowel, please.
Okay. So what is your question and who is rolling?
I will roll it, and I guess what we're asking is, so first row, first line, 1, 2, 3, fourth word. Is it the?
First line, fourth word. Okay, roll it.
Well, at least
Yep.
I'm consistent. Yep.
Yep.
It's a the.
Nice.
It is the.
Okay.
Nice.
Also, food for thought. These two letters might be L's. Second line, second to last word.
Oh yeah.
Also, yeah, that's confirmed that single line flame is in fact a T.
Good.
Also true. Yeah.
And this is an S now.
we go.
We should probably just have had one person do every like row, really, or every line.
Ah, that's too easy.
Yeah, that's way too easy. Also, there's 5 lines.
We can't divide up like that.
But there's
Also,
only
there's 5 lines and 4 of us.
there's only 4 sentences.
You're only 4 sentences.
Wow.
Wow. Also, do you remember the time that we tried to do the Triforce, or not even the Triforce, the Hyrule Crest that one time?
Hey,
Oh,
that worked
yeah.
out perfectly.
No,
No,
it
no,
did not.
No, first that wasn't a knock at you. That was a knock at us being incapable of drawing anything together on a
Look,
map.
Yeah, we are not
Drawing is-
capable of working together
is
in that
hard.
manner.
I'm
I'm
just gonna
so
go through
proud
the
of that
old
puzzle.
page.
That puzzle was
That was
great.
a very good puzzle. Okay, well, I'm just going to do this bottom sentence then, with the words we now know.
Wait, what? Oh, that's why.
That is the same. Am I looking at the right letter?
We're
Look,
gonna
I have to
mess
like
up so bad.
squint at my screen.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
Zoom in.
I can't.
You can. You just click on it.
Oh, yeah, actually. Well, actually, I say I have to squint. I don't. Because I just, yeah, I've got it enlarged at 300%. It's like, yes, I can see the pixels.
I can see the pixel.
I've got it enlarged at 300%,
No,
sir.
it's fine. Fine. I'm definitely not being stubborn about this, but it's fine.
You could definitely enlarge it.
Shh. Do you know me?
Apparently.
Oh, we've got our first. Look, guys. Look, it's only a month till Christmas.
What?
What?
Ho!
Oh.
Ho, ho,
Oh.
ho.
I was like,
So
what?
down here, do we think this word is have?
It's quite
it
likely.
might-
Probably.
It's pretty damn likely.
So that would make that symbol an A.
But yeah, it's definitely worth asking about. I don't think we've got enough to say, like enough evidence on our own to say that it's definitely have. But it's definitely worth asking. Yeah, it would also confirm as another vowel if we asked, which is also extremely useful because vowels will help us get the words.
Oh, I think we've missed. We've not done all these letters yet.
No. Let's go through and make sure we've gotten
Okay,
all the
should
ones
we?
we
Okay,
have.
you know what? Should we do the recommendation and say everyone takes a sentence?
No!
It's too late.
It's too late. We've committed.
Is it? Is it too late? I
Well,
feel
that
like
just
it's
Yes.
All that means is everyone reads through a
Wait, no.
sentence and
No.
confirms that everything so far is right, and then from then on, everyone just edits that sentence.
Did I do that right?
It's not that hard.
Oh yeah, wait, I did do that right. Good.
Second Age does decryption. It's just like Second Age goes shopping, but slightly more interesting.
Is it
Wow.
though? Like, this seems like awful content to be streaming.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can only
No,
imagine
if
how
you're enjoying
recording.
watching us, the idiots, try to
Uh,
figure out what the hell this
look.
code. Oh, hang
No,
on.
look, considering it's 4 different brains working on this together, we're
Yep.
doing pretty good.
Also,
Uh,
this is 100% not designed for public viewing. The fact that I do an intro and outro is just purely for courtesy for people who actually want to watch this. This is
Fair.
this is purely for you guys, and the recordings are for my record.
Guys, there's a missed opportunity. This word could have been fuck.
I thought about that.
I know, I
In
thought
fact,
about it.
How do you know it
those
isn't?
Because
Well-
the
I know,
last
but they're
two
two of the
symbols are the
same
same. So those last two letters are the same letter, so it can't be.
Yeah.
fuck.
To be fair, it does look
Unless
right
you
now
spelt
like
it.
it's fuck but censored.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
unless
does.
unless you've spelt it F-U-K-K.
You want some?
Maybe he does. You don't know his life.
Yeah, it's
You
you.
want-
It's you want some.
You want some fuck.
Oh my god.
A little bit later,
Wow.
there's a Lemmy smash.
all that this letter
Yeah.
is a booty call.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my god, what if it is though?
For fuck's sake.
It's not impossible, but
I'm gonna
It's
get
not
that.
That's-
impossible,
stick.
but
Yeah, the
also-
fourth line is that bitch loves sticks.
Yeah.
That bitch
I'm gonna
loves-
get that bitch stick. Bitches love stick.
What does that mean?
It's the fucking bird video.
Becky used to let me smash. Now she's smashing Ben. Ben is a hoe.
No, it's yeah.
Does she want yellow? She doesn't want yellow. Blue and yellow? No. I'm gonna get that bitch a stick. Bitches love sticks. Oh god.
This
Why
that,
do we like
as
this?
much as that would be a fantastic troll to pull on you guys.
This seems a little too important for that, unfortunately.
Also, there's an eye there.
like it's how to keep it fresh, meme back
Yeah,
and forth.
yeah, we're gonna meme it up.
Yeah, you just meme.
That's
Somebody in my
how we
apartment
keep
is
it
using a
relevant to the
blender.
kids.
Yeah.
This is how we
Gotta
engage
get
the
down
young
with the
viewers
kids.
by making memes.
So we've
On our first recording for a our like in-person D&D session, we're all gonna get up and floss.
Oh god.
Oh.
I don't even know how to floss, so I would fail at that.
I don't either.
Never done
It's a
it.
good part of oral
Well,
hygiene.
This
Yeah.
might this might be who with a W at the
Yeah.
beginning.
No, what's actually gonna happen is I'm just gonna kick
Wait, where
Rob
is
in the
that
shins
word?
for all his shitty puns.
This one.
I thought you were gonna punch me.
Oh,
for
yeah, because
all
that
my
would
shitty
also-
puns.
I'm gonna punch you and kick Rob.
Oh,
like-
So
Damn.
efficient.
True.
That would make sense if that's a W, because that would make the top whiz. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
I'm just thinking about the way that I would read this out if I was reading text in a thing, if I had to like narrate, and it would just be all of the letters we don't know is just noises.
Uh,
I imagine it like hearing it through a connection, but it's just static.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that currently makes the first sentence just.
Yeah.
Hi there. I.
I feel like you've had too much to drink.
The
Oh god!
the,
Imagine trying to like.
I. I haven't had anything to drink except water. That's the funny thing.
Oh, it's a good thing.
Yeah. Make sure you stay hydrated, kids.
Yeah,
Stay
let's
hydrated,
replace
drink
yeah.
water.
You know, let's replace that with a W. I feel like
Yeah.
we can.
I'm
I
pretty
feel
sure
like-
that's a W.
Yeah,
And I
it's a
feel like we
pretty-
should ask about this being have. Because it confirms as a vowel.
Let's see. Do we have anything else? Could be. I don't think so. Well, and I guess we have one more try this hour. Anyway.
Yeah. Like, we might as well, because it might give us enough vowels to actually start making more sense of some of the other words.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's go with.
Because, like, this word down here, for example, there's a long gap between vowels. If we can confirm if there's another vowel in there, it might make it a lot easier to figure out.
Although that said,
I think have we picked up all of the ones that?
like, because like getting that thing would actually only get us the A. Really, the B.
Well,
Would that even occur again?
I mean, the A is a pretty important one, I feel.
yeah.
Yeah, we
and-
could also go for this one to see if it's find, because something find out who is a pretty
Yeah.
like that's a pretty decent guess at a phrase for this bit.
Yeah.
I just realized there are two options here, and only one of them is really a legitimate option. But my brain's still trying to fill in the other one.
Be gone!
Thought?
What?
It's-
We're just finding all the memes.
I mean, we can't make it thought because we already know it's not an O. So
Yeah,
No.
but
like we know it's
We
not an
can-
O,
we can
it's not an
dream.
I, it's not an E, so it could only be a U or an A. So that kind of,
Well, it's not a U because
and it's not a
confirmed
U. Oh no, we
We
already
also
have the
have
U as
U.
well. So I think
oh yeah, wait,
I don't
have
know.
we?
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I think
So,
we can.
we could
We
just
can
do
say
by.
that's probably an A without
Yeah.
even
We
having
can
to
say
ask.
ups. We can say right. Okay, so
Yeah,
A.
you have E-I-O-U, so
There we go.
Mhm.
wow.
A
Yeah,
is
and-
N.
and this isn't Welsh, so
yeah, no more vowels.
Shots
Yeah.
fired.
To be fair, even if it was Welsh, we have the Welsh vowel right here.
uh,
So yeah, the weird. Okay.
So there you go.
It,
A
it-
is
it would
the
just be
N.
trying to find and
Yeah. Which I don't even know where to begin on looking for those.
so the little
Oh, guys, look, we've got the Satanist video game company.
What?
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Wow.
I feel like that's harsh.
Well, that's what they get for charging you 35 quid for a game and then charging you 25 quid 4 times for its DLC.
True. Fucking Sims.
And then like 15
Fucking
quid,
Sims.
and then like 15 quid 8 times, and then 7 quid 15 times.
Although, to be fair, the same thing can be said of Paradox, who you are an avid fan of, so...
It's just shush. At least
Wow.
their content is interesting. And doesn't come out within like literally 2 months.
Crusader Kings.
Damn.
Yep. Wow.
Shots fired.
Yeah, but I don't know about Crusader Kings, so I can be willfully ignorant.
I don't
If
think
I
that's
don't
how
know
that
about it,
works.
it's not happening.
I don't
That's
think
not
that's
true.
how that works.
That's not how it works, children.
Ignorance is not the best policy.
Ignorance is not bliss.
Depends on what you're talking about, but
You know what? There are a lot less A's than I thought there were going to be.
I know.
Yeah, there's not a lot of N's in this word. There's not a lot of A's. There. Yeah, what you said.
But there's O something up top. What is that? Could that be?
Which one?
On a second row, like the OX. That might be
This one?
something we can look up.
On.
Like if that's because it
Oh,
also
wait,
has to
having
match
Here,
the
F.
letter of the word before. It can't be an F.
Yeah, because we already have F's. So on. Or.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Or did we miss another T?
Yeah.
Like-
Oh.
It's so hard.
No, yeah, it is hard. You just have to fill them in. We just have to fill them in with him, or we could go sentence by sentence, one by each of us taking a sentence,
Nope.
and
Well, but
Jayla
there's-
is really adamant that we're not
But
doing
to be fair, it's also good to have more than one person checking because
No,
if
yeah.
either somebody misses a letter or somebody fucks a thing up,
no, of
which
course.
I'm fully expecting myself to do, then I'm
And
just gonna.
I'm
close it.
actually
But-
starting to think we can fill in another letter.
well, like
'Cause
'Cause
obviously
with
we think
this-
we've got this.
Right?
This.
Well, I think this might be on, like, because if that's on, this would be an N down here, and that would make sense for if we did find out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well,
Take
okay,
that leap.
I feel like we can go with that.
we can go with the.
Yeah, I
N.
feel like I'm pretty safe
Right,
with
so
that.
where's the word on?
So that's on, and
And
down
then
here is find.
Probably.
And then we'll make this not.
Right, so that's like a G with a line going straight down.
Here's where we find out that Ferrous is screaming at us like, "You!"
He's like,
fool."
you fucked it up.
Which would mean that this is an N.
So,
On this
Is
map.
this
And I think we're pretty
and?
safe. I think we're pretty safe saying as well that we've got the S sussed.
so this is and then, right here.
Presumably.
Yeah.
Unless they're talking about ants, which
No, but we already have T, so.
exactly. Right. So I think also we're pretty safe to say that.
This
S
is where
that-
we finish our translation and it's fucking gibberish still, and we're like, "God
And we're
damn
just
it."
like, God damn it. Like, okay, let's make a deal. At the end of this, if it's still fucking gibberish, Rob's just gonna tell the answer because I'm never doing this again.
Wow.
I do actually find this fun though. Like, I really do enjoy doing these things.
Yeah, like it's not something you get to do often.
I actively avoid word puzzles.
You know what? Fair.
Right.
Well, that's why I gave you the option of rolling for it instead.
No, but the challenge.
But like, they will make us look stupid on the internet.
I already look stupid on the internet.
Uh,
I'm fine with it.
if you insist on
Yeah, I was gonna say that must
something, so yeah, that has to.
On finding? No, wait, it's not finding.
Oh no.
Oh, it
might
is
be.
finding.
Well,
It actually, yeah, I think it is.
Like, we should probably fill out more ends.
Oh, look, I'm fucking trying. Okay.
Yeah, but like, look, I'm
She's
trying as
trying her
well, but it's
best.
slow. We're so slow at it. It's
Minnie,
Yeah,
hard.
because we have to find the right
Do you want to do it
symbols.
faster? Do you think you can do it faster?
No, I'm including my own effort in this.
So, are we safe to say this is insist? Because I don't actually think there's another.
I think it's probably insist, and the word
Well,
after it
hang
is
on.
probably finding.
Okay.
It matches up with. Yeah, that being insist matches up with this being S. So I think we can confirm that's S.
Oh yeah, because we had the S up there as well.
Yeah, because we've also got this, and there's an S
Oh,
down
right.
here. We've had
You
the
also
word-
already have the word find.
We do.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, well, we just made that, and we're still like trying to fill in all the things.
Yep.
But,
So
like,
this is a
when-
G as well. That G right there.
If you insist on finding that something.
That, yeah.
Hang on a minute. Do you reckon that could be sword?
Oh, and I think here there might.
Oh,
be...
maybe.
Because that also ends in the D.
Oh yeah, maybe.
As does the word before it, actually. So hang on.
Cursed.
In that case,
I wonder if this is cursed.
D.
That's probably
is-
cursed.
Because this
No,
is
wait.
the. Yeah, because
Is that the S?
That's
Oh,
the
okay.
S. Yeah, it's probably then finding that cursed sword.
Yeah.
Oh,
So there
you
we
know
go.
what? Honestly, mood whoever wrote this. Oh, this might be suggest.
Those
yeah,
those
that's probably
are-
suggest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess G. Oh wait, hang on. So I guess we haven't confirmed a G. So G is a spiral B.
Oh, no, that's
Oh wait, no. I don't think those are
Uh,
the same. Those are two different ones.
Oh.
Whoever just did that.
G is spiral B. Because that makes this first one. Okay, that makes this word end.
Oh,
with...
that's the
Oh, no, it
spiral.
doesn't.
Wait.
No, the
No,
spiral B is the one
No,
that's
the-
here in the fourth line, second word.
Which what?
In the
Yeah, but like
middle.
that is
There's the
because
G.
This?
it's different from the one above. I would not call that spiral B. That's so confusing.
Well, look, 'cause that one's like a curl at the bottom. I would describe that one as B with curl at the bottom.
Uh,
So
That one
do you
is
think-
more of a spiral
Do we think this word is because?
this
or a loop? Loop
Uh,
B. It's a loop.
Also,
Yeah,
we-
that would.
like we already have the T, and
Yeah,
we're
because
still
that would
like
be the
debating
S in
on
there.
suggest.
This is the
It's
S.
like
Yeah.
yeah. We go.
I want.
The
Oh,
G
is
is
this
like a
a,
loop B.
this is a W that we missed, and I think that if this is something is because I will not makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
And that would make sense if this is full, I guess. Because that's the same double.
Oh yeah, we actually never made this W.
We never. Yeah.
What?
Oh, did we? We may have missed some W's in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
what
we
was
have
W?
missed. Like this
I'm-
one.
Oh yeah, because of course, where's the who?
Now.
Okay, well
I'm
that word's
willing to
definitely a
put-
W, is it?
I'm
So
willing
it's-
to put my bet down on because and will for these two.
Yeah,
and we can
I
change.
agree.
So W is a
Well, we
weird
have
K.
the I, so if the I is in there.
The eye's
yeah.
in there.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh wait.
Yeah, it's the last two because there are a couple of doubled ones that are
Yeah,
those two
like
things.
Yeah,
Just-
this.
we need more L's. Enter the L's.
Right,
Enter
so
the
L-
L's.
So L is B with spiral at the bottom.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make this word because. So I'm
yeah,
pretty
I
sure
think
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Because
second you
that's
on that, Luka.
that is also an L there.
Wait, that's not the right word.
Oh.
This word is tripping me up.
Which one?
I'm not. Oh, what's the weird A thing? Do we have
that?
something for an A?
Yeah, that's a different
Oh, we
loopy B.
do.
There's a
not.
different loopy
Hmm.
B. Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's why like the loopy B was. That's why I was a
Oh,
little.
that's a D though. No, that's an E. That's supposed to be an E. That's a D.
So we're going with that as the.
So do you think with this is
This.
already?
I really hope it's a good thing that's
I
not
might
an
be.
N.
Yeah, like I added the N because the previous word was an N. I was like, no.
I will not nut you.
Oh
This is
God!
Anybody? I hate this.
To be fair, they could be saying nut as in British slang for a headbutt.
Is that a British slang word for a headbutt?
Yeah.
There was a point where someone.
Damn.
Yeah, there was a point where there was a rumor going through my school that the reason the windows in one of the mobile English classrooms was broken was because someone had nutted the window. In other words, they'd headbutted.
Oh my god.
But yeah, if someone nuts something, they headbutt it. Here in the good old United Kingdom.
Do we have something for the O? Wait,
We
is
don't
this-
have something. What O?
Uh,
Oh, do you
like
mean like the one in the
The-
top row, second last
yeah.
word? Yeah. We don't yet, and it's not an L.
Oh, actually, we have one word. Let's see. Oh, it's a B, I think.
Yeah, it could be a B, because that would make that word debt. But where else does that letter appear?
Was this considered a debt paid?
Oh, because if we say this is because the first letter is the same as that.
Yeah. So that yeah.
Yeah, of course. So there. So
And then this would
B.
be like I think we can safely say paid.
Paid.
Yeah, we know that's a
yeah,
D.
because D
Yeah, we know that's a D.
tracks for that.
Consider. We just
Just-
forgot
yeah,
to
we know
like
that's an
change
E.
those. Is this
Oh.
considered debt paid? I will not. Oh, what's that last letter?
Do you reckon that could be a P? Put you?
Actually,
Put
we should
you-
have it somewhere already. Oh no, wait,
Uh,
it's on the end of that word
That
as
one, hang
well.
on. So that's I will not. Yeah, it's the one that looks like an A. Because it's the second to last letter on this word. which we know
I will not
nothing
cut.
about.
I will not cut you and
Oh, wait, hang on, that
any.
should be-
Oh, I will not cut you any more deals. So
Ah.
Oh, is it a Y?
From. That's probably from now on.
yeah, from now on.
Ah, you can.
From now.
Can?
Oh, from now on you can pay in. From now on you pay full price.
Oh, maybe.
Well,
well,
actually,
let's
we
have
have
a look.
paid up there. So if that's a P. So let's see. One,
no,
two, three.
that's-
Yeah, that's a P,
Yeah,
that
that's
would
a P.
track. Yeah.
and it's also a
Okay.
Y. So
Yeah, if we do, because if this
Yeah.
is also a Y. Probably.
You pay full price.
And that would make sense because this is sword.
Yeah.
Probably, and that's the same weird fucking thing.
Okay,
for
okay, look at this. We're getting there.
And then this is also.
if you insist on finding that cursed sword, yeah.
Or probably.
Right. Oh, look at this.
I
We're
don't know
doing
what this
so
one-
well.
Well, we probably have the letters. We just need to figure out where they
Yeah.
are and where we use them.
I suggest you
Um,
find out what. That's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, this
4,
is-
5, 6.
Is this R?
Oh,
Yeah, one of
that's
them
R.
uses the G with a straight little line. So yeah, that's an N, and then
think-
that's. Where was the last time we used an R? Yeah, that's
No.
the same as the R.
That is
So
the
yeah,
R,
that's
and this is
run, and then the word
also-
before that, the last letter is a D and a. Yeah.
Hmm?
Do this. Yeah, that's
Is
a
it
D and an
red?
R either side of the E.
So. Is that a name?
I suggest you find out who this red run is because I will not.
I have.
Red Run is probably a name then.
Presumably, yeah, or at least it's a code name for someone.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? I'll just leave it. Oh.
So that second, this will be risk.
Is this another? Is this an M then?
M. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
because this is
Yeah, we're saying
also
that's an M.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
so
saying
this
that's
is
an M.
probably.
more deals from now on.
This is
Yeah.
probably helping you. Oh, I have risked too much helping you already. Is probably this last line.
Probably.
Yeah, it is.
I would
We
line
did
up-
it, boys!
Woo! We're
Yeah,
the
that lines up.
Quinters!
We are the champions! my
I wish we had
friends.
timed ourselves to see how long that took.
Oh,
Right,
we have. We just need to watch
Yeah.
the.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
the
Right.
recording.
So guys, next step, the
Oh.
Enigma code. Let's do it.
Oh, fuck that. Can
Let's
we,
crack the Enigma
can we
code.
So-
get, like a? Is there a
Billy-
way to get a final check on this, or like?
Yeah, Rob, are we right?
Well, does it make sense?
Yes.
It makes sense.
As much sense as it can, yeah.
Let's read it back to see it makes
Then
sense.
you
With this-
think it's correct?
Yeah. Yeah, let's read it back to see it makes sense. With this, consider the debt paid. I will not cut you any more deals from now on. You pay full price. If you insist on finding that cursed sword, I suggest you find out who this red run in, because I will not. I have risked too much helping you already.
But hey, also this confirms me being like, those are some cheap ass swords. But yeah,
Damn.
So yeah, no,
Oh, I
only
say
did we-
cheap.
So
So
yeah,
proud
we
of
did
us.
get a good deal.
yeah.
Look at that. Oh, I'm dead proud of us.
So, in almost the hour and a half it takes your characters,
Yeah.
well, slightly
That was
less
actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It'd be way worse.
yeah, you managed to translate the cipher indeed into common.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Who knew?
I'm also.
We
gonna-
have brains after all.
Damn.
Putting that brain cell
Is
to
there is there free space on the actual copy of the paper on the page we got?
On the back of it.
Oh, is the back empty?
Oh, sorry, the one you copied or the original?
No, the original.
No. If you turn the original over, there is actually text on the original, on the other side of the original.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. It's a double-sided page.
Yes.
Is it text that's relevant to us, or is it another deal? It seems.
It is another deal between two names that you don't recognize.
Yeah,
Fair
right.
enough.
Well, might as like it's good to know if it was anything important, but we'll make you go through that. What did they trade? Who were they? How
Yeah,
old were
no.
they?
No, we're not going to go through that. So yeah, there we go. I like once we get that sorted, Elizabeth very much is like pen down, lean back, nailed it.
Yep.
Like she genuinely sitting there with like hands behind her head, just like nailed it.
I totally imagine for this whole thing, Grim and Elizabeth are just hunched over the paper. Arya and Kelariis and Llewellyn are just sort of like standing back and just like occasionally just suggesting words.
Yeah.
Hamster. Nope.
No.
Wow.
Not hamster.
Oh, we're not that like hopeless. Dang.
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on, that's a bit harsh. Yeah, Elizabeth looks very proud of herself.
Well, I'm just glad they didn't double encode their message, or did they?
Yeah, here's where we find
Dun,
out we're actually just wrong.
Yeah, what we're actually supposed to do is read every letter before the punctuation.
I mean, that makes sense as a message, and it was also technically it is double encoded in the sense that it was already hidden.
Yeah, that's true.
Hidden twice even, right? Because it wasn't even obvious on the page.
No.
Well, yeah, like
Yeah.
it was in a like weird structure in a different dimension, hidden in like the ethereal plane,
Yeah.
guarded by machines in
I
a
think-
cipher.
It's probably safe to say that this was a single cipher,
Yeah.
all things considered.
Can't believe the
I mean, considering how much sense the message makes after we decoded it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But
it would
then
be
again-
weird if it didn't make this much sense.
So Llewellyn sort of like steeples his fingers and sort of says, "Well, I'm glad you managed to work that out. I think that would have taken me a significant amount longer to decode than it seems to have taken you. However, aside from some vague ideas, I don't actually feel like we're that much closer. None of this makes an
Well-
awful lot of sense to me.
Yeah. Well, you came here looking for a name. I
Yeah, we
guess it
have a-
just means you've got more research to do.
I mean, you've got
We
two
have-
names now.
Like we've answered a question, but also like it's often the case that you answer a question and in fact discover 5 more questions. That's just the nature of research.
Yes.
But yes, well, I don't know who this Nera is, but I feel like you'd be safer investigating them than the actual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You
The other
don't want to
party.
go. Yeah.
Yasnir certainly seems to be the target that I particularly want to go after. Finding these traders and discovering more about where these weapons came from is the thing that's more important to me. I still feel like Master Calistral is going to want to know about the rest of everything that's going on. So I think my best option now is to compose a letter, at least.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hey, and hey, if we find any of these weapons, if during our own investigations of this guy, we'll try and get in contact. Well, try and get in contact. I will get in contact.
and well, might as well say it now. If you figure out anything, if you hear anything about this red run that it mentions, be sure to tell us as well.
I will. I guess, yeah. I suppose all that is left is to thank you. I will admit this has been a long process and hasn't quite come up with the answers that I was hoping, but certainly development. You seem to know more about this Lycidius and this cursed sword. I don't imagine this will be the last time we'll cross paths.
Probably not.
Well,
Well,
as long as as long as the circumstances aren't too dire, I don't mind.
Mhm.
well, hopefully the next time we meet, I might be able to help you.
Perhaps.
Takes his copy of the paper, folds it up very carefully, stores it inside a book, places it in the satchel. Well, bows deeply and sort of says, I will take my leave if that is all.
It was very nice to meet you. Take
Best
care of
of luck.
yourself.
Be sure to say hi.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
will.
say.
I'm sure Master Callister will love to hear you. She often retells the stories of your adventures with great gusto. When I tell her I have run into you, I think she'll be quite excited.
And you can tell her Von Dahl's doing well, to the best of our knowledge.
He smiles, and there is a mischievous glint. He says, "Ah, yes, that rivalry is an interesting one."
Yeah, he's a bit more of a pen pusher now.
I hope he's still keeping up with his craft.
Oh yeah, he's helping teach the recruits.
He sort of flicks a finger towards Kelariis' armor and says, "Well, it certainly seems to be keeping some of you in good nick."
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
until next
that'll
time, may the gods watch over you.
Wow.
There's another bow and says, "And with you,
Well, actually, before you leave, so how is she still or is she still making things nowadays, or is it not? Or has she not been successfully made like enough yet to like enough of her new techniques? She was experimenting, and I'm not sure how much regular smithing she's been doing.
She's certainly been keeping herself busy. I don't think she would appreciate me giving away all of her secrets, and he turns the pouch at his belt inside out and lets the chain fall out and says, she did come up with this.
Well, perhaps we should see her sometime.
Yeah,
Well,
think it would be
that's just what I wanted to check. Perhaps we'll stop by, see if she can help us out with some of our needs. If she has time, that is.
I don't think we know where she is right now.
No, but we can definitely contact her, I'm sure, somehow.
Well,
It's fine.
if you ever need to find us, I need to find out what place is that it's actually called.
Oh.
Yeah, if you ever need to find us, we have a workshop in Emberoth.
Okay, Amber.
Whether we will both be there at any one time, given our other demands, I don't know. But if you send word
Well.
ahead, we can certainly try to arrange something.
Well, at least we can send a letter or something along those lines, and we'll arrange something. But that's a problem for then, or we'll figure that out.
Oh. I'd say have a safe journey, but knowing the adventures you tend to find yourselves on, just take care, I think will suffice.
Yeah. Well, safe journey doesn't hurt. And, you have a safe journey too.
Yeah. He bows for a third time and then departs.
Well, as he leaves the room, Or well, as he has left the room. So, well, it turns out we got more than I expected from this little endeavor.
Yeah. I will say, out of all the people that I was expecting to meet, it definitely wasn't him, but that was nice.
Yeah. Although I do, I forgot to mention that he should. Well, I'm guessing he's learned by now. Maybe he should consider a more cool-headed approach at first. And
Maybe
this
he's
is
learned his
like-
lesson.
I think he's learned that lesson.
Oh.
So, meanwhile, I've been. I compiled a list last night based on last night's conversation. And she like very briefly flashes a piece of paper with two columns, one of which is considerably longer than the other, and just goes, "Yeah, it's not looking good so far. The pros and cons."
You just gotta get creative. But regardless, we don't have to make the decision yet. So,
Yeah. Well,
like,
what's the
we'll
plan
see.
now then?
Like, perhaps we'll find a reason to.
Yeah.
Grim, I will say I'm curious, why are you so intent on this being an option? As opposed to just waiting and going on our own terms whenever we're ready.
Because well, I think we might be able to get a little bit more peace temporarily during this process, and it is gonna it would take away a lot of issues that if we want to go compared to if we want to go later on. And the dangers of going later compared to now are basically identical.
Except we're not prepared.
No, but we're not going this second. Like
Yeah.
we have
Well,
time to prepare.
yeah.
We don't. It's not like it's not a come this like we didn't actually really agree to a date.
Well,
It was
yeah.
more of like when you show up. Although I assume there is a soft limit.
Yeah. Well, presumably we have.
If it's taking too long, you get the feeling she'll let you know.
Well, here's the thing. Like, first of all, yeah, they'll probably try and get in contact with us again if we don't show up. But also, like, we do. It's not like we're going to be going straight away. Like, we need to find the ideal point to actually travel from, because we want somewhere fairly close to the capital, so we'd have to travel through the Shadowfell too much. But obviously, like, can we find a decent spot near enough the capital? And then, of course, so we'd have to find that spot for starters. We'd have to do that research somewhere. And
I
presumably,
mean-
we'd at least be going back to the keep for a little while to brief Fondal on what's happened, or anyone else for that matter.
I mean, we know people who helped us get to the Shadowfell last time. There's a high chance we could ask them to at least help us locate a way to get in, or a place to get in. This time.
Yeah.
And one of
But this
those
is the
does happen
case.
to be resident in the capital.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, regardless, we have a bit of a journey to make. So it's not like we're going to lack for time to prepare. If we were to go.
But yeah, like that's why I'm saying
gonna-
you don't have. That's why I'm saying we don't have to make the immediate decision, but
I'm gonna
mulling
add
it
that, I'm gonna
over
add that
is.
to the list.
But yeah, the main reason why I think it might be worthwhile is because it's the same risks as going alone, except we remove some, add maybe a few others, but in the form of they may know better where we are. However, they've been tracking us fairly effectively so far, so I'm not really concerned about that disadvantage.
Besides, I personally would absolutely love to go to the college in the Elven capital. For obvious reasons.
It's not for everyone, but I believe. But yeah, I could see why.
Just think of the books!
In order to get in, you have to cast a spell so that they'll let you cross the bridge.
Ha!
Lovely.
Wait, but how did I get in? I cheated. I did human magic.
Wow.
And I shall now pull a rabbit from my hat.
Yeah, just think of the books. Ooh, and I could actually, like, meet the people I've been hearing stories about for, like, the last few months.
Well,
Yeah.
the capital's a long way off, even if we do decide to go there now
Yeah.
or later. But
Yeah.
You might also meet some of the people whose theses you've read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Never meet your heroes.
Never.
I can't wait to tell all of these high-level academics how wrong they all are.
Wow.
Elizabeth
Wow.
is not that kind of person. If she thinks someone's wrong, she just puts down their book and doesn't read it again and hopes she doesn't meet them.
Wow.
The only
Wow.
person she's likely to go and meet are the people who she's going to run up to and say, "Oh my god, I was so fascinated by your works on blah 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 blah."
If the problem is now we have like the works of we have some of the works of Ladderman, and I doubt many people will compare.
Oh my god, no, think about it. Think of how much the library up there would pay for books written by one of the greatest wizards to ever live.
It
Although,
would
to be
probably
fair,
chill out.
they might pay more for it back home, though, given that he's
Well,
married. But
I would personally suggest that we bring it to be archived.
But yeah, regardless, like, even if we're gonna go visit them, it's probably on our to-do list anyway. Especially,
wait, visit
Oh.
the capital or the Cabal? Sorry, just for
the
clarification.
capital. Yeah, even if we don't,
okay.
even if we ignore the Cabal thing and we're not going there for any trying to get the Shadowfell reasons, we probably have other reasons to go there, right?
To be fair, the Cabal is always on our to-do list.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh.
whether it's
Oh my
on
God,
the
it's very
meet or
funny.
kill list.
Yeah, that's true. Is
Well,
it
I mean,
a
for
sword
Arya, they're
town,
firmly in the kill list.
Yeah, but hopefully we will get at least a few days of peace, if not weeks.
Just knock on wood.
Well, yeah, I did consider that they might send a detachment of assassins or something along the likes to retrieve the crown as an example as to why it's safer in their hands.
They could try and set up something like that.
But that is something for another time. I was thinking, was there anything else that we needed to do here?
I don't think so. I think we took care of everything.
Yeah, like, because I had the one idea that kind of fell apart. Because I was thinking about like bringing the Medusa's head in order to like be like, haha, we freed the island for you. Can we claim a reward? But or like at least fame. Can we claim
Yeah.
fame?
Well, also, think about this, right? How long has it been since we sent we got those letters and potentially sent off replies? Like, we should probably go back to the keep anyway.
What replies?
Oh, yeah, obviously, but it's probably like, I think either way, no matter what our next move is, we're going back home.
Yeah.
So we might as well hold off any further discussions until we get there, and then we can have their opinions as well. And we
Well,
can discuss it on the road, even.
yeah, we've got plenty of time. Actually,
Also, we've
no.
got a
I was like
I've got a
I was
math part of books to read.
See, unless you think this is a genius idea, but I kind of reconsidered taxidermy for the head. I feel like it might be a little creepy.
Yeah, I don't particularly want to be in a building that has the Medusa head that can just stare at me.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea why you wanted it in the first place. Personally, I would have just left it on the island, personally, but
I had some ideas, but
what are they
they
gonna do?
kind of fell
Stitch your head
apart.
back on?
I feel like part of the problem is the fact that the island kind of exploded.
It did
like-
a little bit explode.
Oh, yeah,
Just
that's
a
why.
tiny
That's
bit.
just another reason for leaving the head where it was.
But no. Actually, that said, that volcano might have cleansed the island. But that sounds awful.
Cleansed it, purified it.
Well, it kind of may have annihilated the last remaining population of this plant species people.
I mean, I'd be cool with that.
It
I
does
can't believe you're
depend.
promoting genocide.
I mean, if there are crazy plant people that are going to eat my brains, yeah.
Yeah, but they may have been mind controlled. But that's
I don't think so.
regardless. That is an ethics problem that we do not have to deal with.
Yeah.
We did
Well,
not.
I mean,
Look, let's just.
I was gonna say it's not like we caused the volcano to go off, and then I was like, actually,
We totally did.
Yeah, we totally.
yeah,
did.
but it wasn't intentional.
No. Well, should we just like get ready to leave and head back to sleep?
Yes. Let's...
And I've also got 2 out of character questions.
Okay.
One is just, can I have a journal for Elizabeth just to put stuff in?
Oh, yes, because you haven't got a journal for Elizabeth. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do that.
And second of
haven't
all,
updated
what the
mine
fuck
in
does
quite
this
some
staff
time.
do now that I'm attuned to it?
You should have that.
What, like a magic, like in the magic items list?
Should be, yeah.
I don't see it. I see the Stone of Good Luck, and I see the Sigil of Command, and I see the Scroll of Hideous Puns.
Give me
But
a
I don't see no
moment.
Staff of Thunder and Lightning.
Journals. Where is journals?
Underneath historic party members.
See, your thing is not in the same place as mine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, it is in this case.
Haha!
Uh,
Great success!
there you go, you now have it.
Yay!
And in artifacts, staff, thunder and lightning. Oh, you are correct. You don't have it. I thought I added it last time. Oh well, I will add it in for you.
Perfect.
Doesn't want to add the sheet for some reason.
Perfect.
Oh, there we go. Staff of Thunder and Lightning. There you go. Staff of Thunder and Lightning is now in your artifacts list. But yeah, essentially, while attuned to it, staff can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff that grants a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. Has the following properties, each of which can be used once per day. You can, when you hit with a melee attack using the staff, you can cause the target to take an additional 2d6 lightning damage. When you hit with a melee attack with the staff, you can cause the staff to emit a crack of thunder audible out to 300 feet. If the target you hit must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or become stunned. You can use an action to cause a bolt of lightning to leap from the staff's tip in a line that is 5 feet wide and 120 feet long. Every creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw or take a bunch of lightning damage.
Nice.
You can use the action to cause the staff to issue a deafening thunderclap, audible out to 600 feet. Every creature within 60 feet of you must make a Constitution saving throw or take thunder damage and become deafened. You can use an action to use the lightning strike and thunderclap properties at the same time. Doing so doesn't expend the daily use of these properties, only the use of this one.
Nice.
So it essentially gives you 4 quote-unquote spells that you can cast per day.
Awesome. I love it. I can't wait to at some point use just the straight up thunder feature to be like, help, I'm in trouble.
So, with that in mind, you guys are setting out on the road. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
On the road again.
Are you guys picking up provisions? I think you guys have some provisions
We
already.
still had how many left? We had like we had 14, I believe. Oh no, 17 left.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've got
17 rations at least.
And I believe
that's
it
totally
is.
enough, right?
I think it's 5 days travel from your current location to home base, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
I'll
something
take
like
it.
So, yeah, do you have enough? How many did you have again?
Well, I guess we're a little short.
Yeah,
I can also make us food and water on the road.
Yeah.
you can.
I can.
And like yeah, we can occasionally stop by. Like I assume there is places along the way
Mm.
that we can
Well,
probably.
also, like, first of all, we have Kelariis to back up, and second of all, we should probably just eat the food before it spoils.
Yeah.
So we can eat the food, and then on the day where we don't, and then on the days where we don't have enough, Kelariis makes them.
Oh, actually, yeah, we're only one day off.
Okay.
So we have 17. So that would be
So we'd eat 15, and then
60.
Kelariis would create some for the final day. No, yeah,
Sure.
16. Sorry. So we'd have one left.
Okay.
Which you would probably eat the final day as well.
And then we can just buy more at
No
Ironwood Market
food.
when we next want to leave.
So. Okay. Did I move you guys to the world map?
Yes.
Yes,
I did,
on
okay.
the world map.
Cool.
I would also like to know when we first encounter snow.
Ooh.
Oh.
So. That is very interesting.
Oh dear.
Hmm.
Now, is it actually going to be interesting, or is it just interesting for Ferrous?
It is interesting for me because that is a 100 on a D100.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, usually that
Dragon
means
appears!
either it's Doom or it's like Divine. It's
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
possibly
it's like,
both.
It's either really good or really bad for us.
We find Uncle Chetharian on the road.
Wow.
That would be wild.
That would be quite wild.
That would be really fucking dumb. Like, what the hell are you doing out of the Feywild, you
Oh,
madman?
You know what the best
Okay.
part would be if we just didn't recognize him.
Oh,
We just
gosh.
walk by and we're like, "Sup, old man?" and
Uncle-
he's just like,
yeah.
"Excuse."
Uncle Chetharian disguised as a random woman.
I don't know how. Like, would Trifarian disguise himself?
So,
Real
Well,
question.
he is kind of hiding.
you know what?
That's why he's in the Feywild.
We are going to take a short break to give me time to prep for this because I didn't actually get anything ready for this.
Oh.
Oh.
So,
That's concerning.
Hmm.
Hmm.
we will see how this turns out after the break.